Hi guys, and welcome to Kooky Club. This is a new show that I wanted to make about things I love around the world of art, music, film, and talk with me and my friends and other artists or anyone that I find really interesting. Just to kind of have conversations and talk with them about things we love and to hopefully try and create a bit of a scene. A lot of artists nowadays, there's so much information getting put out there all the time that it's quite tricky for some people to be able to like showcase their work or their art against all this AI stuff that's happening and loads of other things and big corporations that are basically giving muting out a lot of people in the art circles. So this is like I just wanted to make this as a kind of communal thing. And also so you get to know a bit about like what we're up to and stuff like with my music and things. But it's quite a broad idea of a program. My name is Oli Harris. I'm an artist from England. I started releasing music in 2021, I think, and I've been playing in gigs and being on the kind of lower level of that since like 2018, I think, so quite a long time. I got into art and music, or more generally art, since I was like really small, probably like most of you guys out there or any artists out there. I originally wanted to be a kind of a drawer or animator, and then that also led to me wanting to possibly do some like directing and film work. And I used to make quite a lot of short films and draw a lot since I was really small. My mum and dad are both in the arts, or were in the arts, I could say. My dad is a session guitar player, and my mum was a dancer. So I've kind of got the kind of performative kind of stuff from them. But yeah, ever since I was small, I was quite an awkward kid. So I always thought that I liked expressing myself in that kind of way, because it's a lot easier to talk things through in art than it is to sometimes to people's faces and stuff. So I made some little short films with like some of my mates, Sam, who's in the band as well. We used to do cool, like weird, really bad but quite funny short films. I wasn't really interested into music, and my dad had tried for years and years to try and get me into it, but it wasn't until David Bowie passed away in 2016, something within me just kind of switched, and I was like, oh wow, like you can make your artistic statement through music in that sort of way. And I'd never really been shown it like that before, because also when I was younger as well, I used to do like some like in school and things, I used to do drama, so I was always into the kind of actory side of performing arts. And then I started picking up the guitar and playing, trying to learn these songs, and then I started eventually getting into like learning how to write songs and stuff myself and trying it out. Being an artist or a filmmaker or a musician or anything to do within the arts, or a painter, is so hard, I think, nowadays, because there's so many different factors that we're having to build in because of the introduction of social media and different things like that. And a lot of artists, I think, there's some people that are really good at it with like the TikToks and all that, and the social media platform and the short form content. But there's a lot of people that do art or have made art in history, which is kind of like, and they're still existing now, who I think that they're not so out there with telling them. Like I think I'm more of like that myself. That's why I'm not, I don't think I'm that great at social media, but I try to focus more on the art side of it. There's a lot of people that are awkward and find it really hard to express themselves by telling a camera or telling a group of people and being really outgoing or kind of self-confident, or I don't know what the word would be. They're kind of getting drowned out now, but I think that's really wrong, because that doesn't necessarily mean that their artistic statements are any less compared to someone who is really out there and who is pushing themselves like as kind of like a marketing person. But yeah, this is my kind of way of trying to bring focus more back to the art and have like more meaningful conversations about that kind of stuff than just a short form clip you'd see on something like TikTok or Instagram. I grew up on the kind of YouTube stuff and the side of the shows and things people used to do. So I just thought maybe moulding the two might be quite a constructive thing. I don't really know how long these episodes of the Kooky Club show are going to be, and on how often I'm going to upload them, but I'm going to try and do them as much as I can, in between me doing my art projects as well, because I've got a lot of stuff coming up this year. But yeah, I'm going to be talking about and showing you guys my favourite albums and films and other things I find really interesting, to talk about on here, just to kind of rant about them. But also, I'd love you guys to become involved. So if you want to send in anything, either in the comment section or also, I've got an email, kookyclubshow@gmail.com. If you want to email in me any questions or your favourite things you've been listening to, just so I can check them out as well, because I always want to be finding new stuff. I'll make some time in each episode to answer your questions or talk about any things you want to talk about. I'd love to hear your stuff and your opinions, and yeah, as long as everything is civil. This has been the first episode of Kooky Club. Kooky! I'll speak to you guys soon, probably.